WolfTix Radio. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Check this out, y'all. We in the house right now. I got the lovely Miss Meko Williams in the house. How you doing?
What up? Thank you. How y'all doing?
All right, yeah. And special guest this evening, legendary in the streets, name been over the internet all over the world for a minute now.
Blowing it up.
The real Ricky Freeway Ross.
What up? More like 30 years.
Wow.
Yeah, they be talking about, I did 3 albums. I've been out here 8 years. Well, I got about 30 in.
You got 30 on them, y'all. So, yes.
My name been ringing about 30 years.
Yeah. All in the streets of LA, man. And
the country.
We'll start on the streets of LA, but yeah, spread it out all across the country, the globe now. So, let's go ahead. Underground. There we go.
We're going to say on top of the ground and under the ground.
Yeah, we'll say both.
We're going to say both.
Yeah.
It is that. It's just what it is. It's both.
Yeah. Yes, indeed.
Definitely that.
Hard work.
Right. Okay, so go ahead, Meko.
You live and you learn. Well, it's an honor to be here, sitting here with you again.
Likewise.
And actually bring a couple of things to light that people really don't know about you, particularly. As I said, your name holds a lot of weight. Positive, negative, it holds weight. Yeah. It holds so much weight that we got people trying to be like you, pretend like they are you, and steal your identity.
And we're going to keep piling on top of it.
Yes.
We're going to weigh it all the way down.
You might get spotted through top 300. Definitely that. But what I wanted to actually talk about, I noticed that a lot of people have been interviewing you left and right. And it's been one of those things that I've noticed that, did you ever think your name was going to be relevant at this point, supposed to be irrelevant?
Well, I mean, at different points in my life, you know what I'm saying, different things happen in different situations. So, if you mean when I first started selling drugs, that I know that my name would go down in history, that, I would be considered as one of the all-time drug dealers. I think I'm in the top 4 of all-time drug dealers. I never thought that. No, not at that time. But at other times, it started to come to me that, this could take place and that could take place. So, as you develop and you grow, then you start to see different things formulating. And if you use your mind, and you can start to see what the future holds.
Okay, watch out now. Now, for everybody that's out there listening in Radio Land, thank you for tuning in to tonight's show on the Meko Williams Show with Wolfgang at exclusive info.
Exclusiveinfo.net. Yes, indeed.
Yes. And I wanted you guys to understand that this is an actual interview that's being given. We're going to have a little fun with it. He was pretty much a good sport of allowing me to actually interview you again. And we wanted to talk about not only the drug dealer side of you, but we wanted to know the technical side, the legal side is what I call it. Because now this is what it all boils down to. When you're out there and you're hitting the streets, it's one thing. But when you actually have to go up against the courts, against the giants, then now you're in a whole nother ball game altogether. People out there, you got to remember, if they don't play in your backyard, you won't know what to do. They can't relate. Am I correct?
Correct.
So if you don't, you have to understand who your neighbors are and what backyard you're playing in. So without further ado, with saying that, you in a whole nother different backyard altogether. I'm gonna say city in backyard. Altogether.
But I love it. I mean,
it's a challenge.
It's a challenge, but it's nothing like the game I've been in. When I talk to people and I try to explain to them what my life was like, when I was in the game. Waking up every morning and you go brush your teeth and wash your face, and once you put your clothes on, you throw your bulletproof vest on, and then you put your pistol in your pocket. The mentality that you gotta have to live like that on a day-to-day basis is tough, and then you don't even know, I didn't even know that that I had myself on under pressure, but in actuality I was.
You know what? I noticed something. It's interesting that I've heard Tyler Perry actually say something on one of his plays about how young men out there that could actually go out there and learn how to slice it, dice it, cut it, point people to what side of the buildings or the four corners of the blocks, watch out for the police. If you can, and timing, weight, measurement, with all of that stuff, if you could do that, then you could actually go into business for yourself and put it to good use. A lot of the kids on the street, a lot of the young men on the street who feel like there's no way out, and this is a quick way to get it going, to get what they need to have going because of the situation that they might be in. The living arrangements are not always that great, and sometimes people want to just get into it because of fast money, the power, the women, and the respect. And going into that, what I wanted to actually say was, with the Giants and what you've been faced in court, they didn't think that you had the power or the money, but what they failed to realize is that you have to respect. How do you feel about that?
Yeah, they underestimate me. I mean,
very much.
Even right now, today, they're still underestimating me, you know, and it's crazy that sitting down with the universal attorneys and
wow.
You know, they got like 9 attorneys, and I'm sitting there with them, and I feel like I'm the smartest man in the room.
9 attorneys for you?
Wow. No, for Universal.
Oh, no, but I mean...
But for your case.
For your case.
9 attorneys.
Can you imagine?
Yeah.
Usually, for an average situation, it's 1 attorney or 1 meteor. You know, but for you, it's 9 attorneys, not to mention the people that's appointed to sit in there, not the CEO, not the F.
You didn't see how much
CFO.
money they said they spent in like 8 months?
I saw that in, yes.
How much did they spend?
You know what? That's a huge amount. That's a huge amount. I don't even want to say it because
wow.
you want to sock somebody in the face. It's a huge amount. It's huge for him alone.
Right.
You know how many cases they have to go up against, and to put 9 attorneys on him.
They spent. I'll tell you what the number is. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm gonna show you how dumb they are.
That's like lotto tickets.
They spent $1.5 million in like 8 months.
Wow.
Fighting me.
Wow.
Right.
That's ridiculous. Fighting him for his name.
For what he represents and what he's trying to go after and claim back that they actually took. Could I safely say that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they took it. I mean, you know, they thought I was dead. That they didn't know that I was gonna be standing here, sitting here today with you. You know what I'm saying?
Well, thank you.
Yeah, they never expected that. You know, they thought that. You know, you read the article that they just did in LA Mag.
And yes,
and when was this article?
This just came out. He has the book sitting right there with that article. But
okay.
That LA, this is like on the same as that LA Mag. Okay.
Okay. This is this is the current June 2013 LA magazine.
Let me show this. Let me show this.
Yeah.
Y'all don't see this. If y'all should go get this. I'm putting it out there. Go get it and
if you're on
read
the Ustream, you'll see she's holding up.
I'm holding it up on Ustream.
The magazine.
If you have a Ustream account, log on. You'll see it. You know,
the title is the Crack King is back.
The Crack King is back. Now I wouldn't have put that title up there, but when Lord
well, you know they can't help it, man.
Well, you know
they so used to picking out leaders and saying who we should hang out with.
Right.
You know, they just can't help themselves. They can't believe, you know, that they got a young black man that's going around the schools talking to black kids about how they should deal with drugs and gangs and whatnot. They just can't understand, like, how do you guys let this guy come in? You know, how do you let this guy walk the streets? You know?
Same way they let Heidi Fleiss back in to do what she do. Now what?
Well, you know, it's different when you're a man of color.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
You're not supposed to be rehabilitatable.
Exactly.
Is that how you pronounce it?
Yeah, that's how you say it. You got it right, man. You got it right.
Yeah.
Just like you know, Tookie Williams. He changed his life around. I mean, you know, everybody has their past and they made mistakes, but he became very inspirational.
It's built on a lot of lies.
Right.
manipulation, influences, and the biggest crooks would be the politicians.
Oh yeah.
So, to look at him and say one thing and then try to minimize it by saying this is another.
Right.
Now, a lot of people don't know what other things that you do. I'm going to get into that later,
Yeah.
but what I wanted to ask you is with what happened with the courts. When I read all the stuff, and I even took notes about some of the things, it really started out with Gary Webb and that situation, back in 1996, and then it went from there and moved forward, and then you moving forward with the, suing for $10 million. A lot of people didn't understand, why were you suing for $10 million? Why didn't you not sue for more? And why $10 million? And did you rightfully own your name? Because a lot of people are up in the air about, did you actually own your name? Is it just a name on the street? And why you hold on to that name?
Well, technically, as for owning my name, I was, not only is that my birth name that my mom gave me, it's on my birth certificate, but it's also the name that I was indicted under by the federal government.
Meko Williams. Yes, indeed. And Rick Ross, the real one.
The real Rick Ross.
The real one's here.
Bringing it to you live on EIN Radio.
Yes, indeed. We're back up in here, and we're about to wrap it up, get up out of here. And it's been a pleasure talking to you, conversing with you.
Likewise. I think we covered some topics that, most people don't touch, man.
And that's good.
Yeah. It's interesting,
Yeah.
And definitely I look forward to get back over here with you, man, and bring some of our artists through and just build, man. Because what I want to do, man, is I want to build our own empire to where we don't need the machine anymore,
That's what, and that's kind of an acronym that I just came up with. I said, I'm finna start my loops legally operating outside the system, their system. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. Now, when I say legally, I'm just saying, like you said, let's not do nothing devious or none of that. Just do it right. Build up the community. Build up.
Talent.
You're going to be a free Negro.
Exactly. Exactly. Maroon, what do they call them brothers that escaped from the
oh my God,
the slave plantations, the Maroon brothers or whatever?
Yeah, man, because it's so, it's sickening, man, to see that, these brothers supposed to have all this money and they don't have a footprint in our community.
Nah, not at all.
When you look at it, man, with us being unemployed the way we are, it's almost impossible, man, for a dude to have $300 million, $200 million and not build a job development center in the black community.
Exactly.
You're talking about the tax write-off alone, for a guy who has $600 million is probably, $30 million a year, $40 million a year just in tax write-off. So you could take part of that instead of saying, okay, I'm gonna get that to Uncle Sam. I'm gonna go and build a center, where people can go down and get job skills, can get clothes, and somebody can really mold them into being the person that they need to be, because they never gave us rehabilitation. Not only did they not give us our 40 acres and the mule, right? You know what I'm saying? And my man said the other day that he'll bargain with him. He'll take 10 acres and a donkey.
Man, yeah.
Something.
Well, you telling, at least you have something.
Yeah, so they never gave us nothing, man, and they still not giving us nothing. And even our so-called people or leaders who supposed to be making it, man, they totally forget about us. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, they forgot about the hood.
After we elect them and put them in place, yeah.
That's one thing I promise the hood. I promise y'all, no matter how big I get, you can always reach out to me, and I'm gonna always come back to the hood. I ain't gonna be one of those that once I get up, get around the white buffer, you know what I'm saying, to keep you off of me and keep you away from me, man. I love y'all. You know what I'm saying, and I always want to be right here with you. And
we know this, brothers who really
thank you,
and brothers who really know the history. Now you tell me, is this true? All the money you was clocking back in the '80s, I heard people would be like, "Oh damn, Rick, my house about to get foreclosed." You would take care of it.
Oh, you supposed to do that.
Yeah.
I mean, you only as strong as your weakest link.
There you go.
So when they look at you. Let's say this. Let me say this here, man. All these guys, the Jay-Z's and the 50 Centses and the Puff Daddies and the Kobe Bryants and the Tiger Woods and all of them, man. When they look at them, man, they still look at this kid Trayvon Martin, man.
Yeah, exactly.
You know,
Yeah.
you still just like Trayvon, you know, Negro. If we catch you walking down the street with a hoodie on in the wrong neighborhood, we'll blow your brains out just like we did him.
Exactly.
You know, so at the end of the day, these guys got to understand, man, that they still look at them just like they look at us, just a little different because he can put a ball through a hoop.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But you still one of them. You know, you still an end at the end of the day. You know, and they may put you on a pedestal like they did OJ for a while, but you know when they get tired of you, you know they're gonna put you back in your place.
Yes, indeed, and that's what's going on now within the entertainment industry.
Wow.
They are putting a lot of brothers back in their place, like Chad Ochocinco. It's that's ridiculous.
Wow.
How they did
Yeah, I heard.
Yeah.
I saw it on the internet as well. But, you know, in saying that, I'm so tired of N-word.
Yeah.
Who you tell?
I'm just saying.
Me too.
We got to step up from that.
Yeah.
I agree.
Because that's a constant reminder of where they want us to be. As far as empowerment, we as black people got to do something different. We got to try to do something different because apparently we're not even minority anymore. You know, and you have other cultures that have their own community, that have things in their communities, centers. You can go downtown to Chinatown, Koreatown. They got all, I mean, what we got? Inglewood and Compton? We barely got
you know what,
Compton.
though? They
You know?
come over here with a different
Right, but
set
we
of
gotta-
rules.
we
Yeah.
gotta-
And see, they know their culture. You know,
Right.
they know where they come from. They know their grandfathers and their great grandfathers.
Right.
With us, all that was taken from us. So we're in a little different
But we
position.
got to get it back. I'm tired of hearing that it was taken. We got to grab it back. How can we grab it back?
Well, the first thing though is that we have to be educated into knowing that we need it back.
And that means our
You
own
know,
publication, our own books, not the Americanized
I
version.
totally
You know
agree.
what I mean? Because I've read some books that my stepfather had that they don't even print anymore as far as publishing. And it was telling some truth. And if you really want to learn some truth, get some publication from over there across seas, from Africa, from London and Egypt and all that stuff. They keep their stuff consistent. That's why a lot of people like to travel. When you travel, I keep telling our people, when you travel, go to other places. Don't travel.
How they gonna travel when they ain't got
but
no
I'm
money?
Just saying, I mean,
Yeah.
if they
Yeah.
can buy some Nikes, they can take a little trip to something.
But they've
you know,
been
they got
brainwashed.
people out here that haven't even been
But
to
they've been
Catalina Island.
brainwashed into believing that if you ain't got a pair of Nikes, you ain't nothing.
Yeah.
But that's not always true, and I understand what you're saying, and that's where the
It's not
reconditioning
always
come
true,
in at.
but that's right now. That's the
Reconditioning.
reality that our people are dealing with right now. You know that they have to have certain gadgets in order to feel
A part of
or they have
society.
value. You know, or just that they have value. You know, I mean, I go to these kids to these schools every day. I know I'm seeing them. You know what I'm saying? And I'm trying to wake them up. You know, and they got guys. Guys are selling them this stuff. You know?
But you can't do it by
Magic
yourself.
Johnsons and Jay-Z's and,
Well, yeah,
and,
that's
and
huge.
Michael Jordans. They selling them this here. This is what it takes to be successful.
Yeah.
You know, and you keep saying that, and pretty soon you believe that this is what it takes to be successful.
Yeah.
Right. Well, that's
We
true. Gotta
reprogram.
Deprogram to reprogram.
Exactly.
Right.
And we got to get on the same page.
Yeah.
I totally agree, and that's where we at, and
That's real.
That's what we have to work on.
Well, Ricky Ross, it's been a pleasure, and we
Same
definitely
here.
will connect. We definitely will build, and that's pretty much what we got to do. We got to get everybody, get their minds right.
Oh, and let
And get
everybody
on
know
the
who
same
your
page.
organization is for.
Oh
the
y'all can
youth.
go to Freeway Literacy Foundation.
Nice.
.org.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Support me there. Also, you can support my websites, Freeway Mixtapes, Freeway Social Media, and hit me up on Twitter, Facebook, and all the rest of those social networks. And I'll see you out in the streets.
All right.
All right.
Peace.
Listen
All right.
to Meko Williams with Wolfgang. You holla.
Yeah, we up
talk.
out of here. Y'all get
Thank
up out
you.
of here and leave us alone. We gone.